thank you everybody so much for coming out and supporting. I really appreciate it. If you don't know who I am, I'm Nick Albanese. I wrote, directed Charles Street. I produced, I did catering, I did road work, I did transportation, I did everything pretty much, right? Right, Bob? And we didn't have too much money to do this movie. So stick around after the movie. We're gonna be here. We have until at least 3 o'clock. We gotta get out of here. Up until that point, the movie's only 75 minutes. Then we're gonna do a Q&A, myself and the cast, whoever's here from the cast. So stick around, think of some questions, anything you see in the movie, you wanna ask me, or you wanna ask the actors about a character, or whatever, anything. Just don't ask us for any money, because we're all broke. Yeah, so basically, it's been a year of my life to make this movie. I started January of last year, whatever year we're in. I lost track after COVID. And I wrote it. We had a table read. Then I found a producer that wanted to produce the movie. He's not here today. He's in New York City. And Don Miller, I worked with him on a project with Vinny Villegas called Father Forgive Me. And we hit it off. And he asked me if I had anything. I said, yeah, I got this script called Charles Street. He looked at it, he said, all right, let's do it. I'll raise this much, and if you can get somebody to do the other half, we'll do it. And then that's where Bob came in. He came in, I told him about it. He read the script, he liked it, so he decided to produce the other half. And he plays a character, Joey, here. He's really great, it's funny. And that's how it came to be. We filmed it in October. We filmed it in 7 days. Last day was Columbus Day. And then all this time has been editing, and here we are now, over a year later. So it was a lot of work. But Ollie, you're going to look up some documents, so sit back, relax, and here's the world premiere of my independent film, my first feature, I can't believe it, Charles Street. Thank you.
Are you Mickey Hollywood?
But Nick Alba here, he made that North End movie.
And I saw Richie Romano there.
Richie Romano.
Oh, him? He's a bum.
My dad tells me you're in town writing something new.
Come on down. You know, you say you need a story. Maybe I have a story for you.
Did you go into the back room with Richie?
What?
Richie's back room. You know about it, right?
Stay away from my friends, stay away from me, and stay the away from my daughter. Do you understand? Rebecca, I love you.
Oh, oh.
What's the problems you have when you're beautiful and charming, right?
Since I was a kid, I've always wanted to get into acting.
That room that he is with his boys all day long. You have no idea what he's actually doing back there?
I never should have come home. You know, I really hate it when you call me Mr. Hollywood.
That's good. You see, a trip back home is what you needed to get things flowing again.
I guess you got wrong about a lot of things, Hollywood.
Here we go. We got John Celino, FBI agent. Woo! Agent Walsh. There he is. We got Michael right here. The lovable Adam Savino. We got Elaine Doral. We got Nick Alba. We got Bobby Graves here and Sean Sal, Apollo and Joe. There we go. Kim Jackson is going to make it. The girl that played Rebecca, Katrina, she's out in California. That's where she lives. And he came all the way from upstate New York, ready to be here. Everybody else is Rhode Island. So, Anthony's not here. He played Aurelio, his sidekick. I don't know where he is. And then Hunter, who played Tony Shades. He had hip surgery, so he couldn't be here. Well, here's a mic with him. Just raise your hand. Can you bring the house up, the lights up, the house lights a little more? I can't see it then. Oh, yeah, and he stops up.
I'm sorry, I don't know your name. The actor on the end, second to last.
So,
How did you get inspiration for that character? What got you into that character?
No, well, I grew up in Rhode Island. It's not that difficult, but I'll tell you what. When I really said, okay, who is Richie? I was going back and forth with Nick to try to figure out who the character was.
Can I step in for a second? I wrote that role for him. I had him in mind, nobody else. All right, go ahead.
So I was going out to dinner to a friend's restaurant called Little Finello, which is just off Charles Street. And I was trying to find a parking spot. And there was nothing in the parking lot. And when I got to this little playground that was a rundown playground about 5 years ago, it was completely transformed into this beautiful playground for kids with brand new seesaws and all that. And there was a dedication. I said, you know what? If Richie Romano lived in this neighborhood, that's what he would do. He would fix that playground. So that's how I came up with who he was. You know, Richie thought he was a good guy. You know, most of those guys thought they were good guys. You know, so that's where the inspiration came from.
Who else? Over there, right there. Yeah.
The location for the bar, where is that?
That is the pub on Park in Cranston.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing authentic. It's called Movie Magic. It's a place I actually go to a lot. Monday nights they do comedy night and open mic. And I asked the owner, Marshall, if I can use the place, and he let me use it for 2 days.
What was your favorite part of working on?
My favorite when it was all finished. We did 7 days, like I said earlier, 7 days straight. And we're not talking 8-hour work days. We're talking 14, 15-hour days. 7 days I didn't sleep. And the last day was Columbus Day. We went until Tuesday morning, 2 a.m. And then I slept for 2 days after that. But the best part was seeing the whole thing come alive. Like after writing it and then seeing it and the scenes. And my favorite scene in the whole movie is the scene where Nick is freaking out to his brother and sister, and he's going crazy, and then it's back to reality. That's my favorite. We filmed that the very first day. All those scenes at the Durrell's house were all done in 1 day. Any other question? Yeah. Yeah, your wave.
Hi, Linda Succi from Ledge Street.
Yes, now Florida.
Now I live in the Villages, Florida, on a near. Is the film available for rent?
Not as of yet. We still have 2 more showings. So if you want to let people know about this, we're doing July 20th and August 17th at the GAM Theater in Warwick. We've got 2 more showings this summer. And then I'm working on streaming. I'm trying to work with a distributor to get us onto something like Tubi or Amazon or Freevee or something like that by hopefully the fall or the winter.
Congratulations, great job, guys.
Thank you.
How many takes did you give your actors?
I don't know. You guys, no, we had who wants to answer that? Wait, no, give it to Vinny. Hey, he's the guy that's in every single scene. So let's ask him.
Nick Williams said that he was always calling out. I don't know if you're familiar with Clint Eastwood, but his style of directing is that he has no time to waste. Actors show up prepared, and they better nail a scene in 1 take, or else they're wasting his time. So we were always calling out, let's do the Clint Eastwood take.
Oh, we do the Clint Eastwood take. 1 shot. Now, I gave you more shots than 1.
No, he did give us 4 shots. But whenever we did it, it was like, that was a good day. I think we did a couple of them stayed in the film, right?
Yeah. And I would give them advice after we film the scene. I go, that was great, guys. Let's do 1 more, but do it better.
Plus, the other thing, when you're actually filming, you're doing it from 2 people's point of view. So in other words, if me and Nick are talking, one of the cameramen will be on Nick, and then the other person will be saying his lines, but not on camera, and then they'll do the opposite. So you're always doing it at least twice.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh yeah.
So how do you build airplane scenes in the beginning?
That's called stock footage. The airplane, yes, the airplane scene. That's called, editors have this great website where you get stock footage. So it wasn't green. It wasn't Green Airport. They would have kicked me out.
The correspondence, how did you get to know God? You're the guy that saved you.
Oh, I get to know him.
Yeah, sorry.
We met a couple of years ago through another project that he actually wrote and directed called Father Forgive Me. I played the priest in that. That was done in upstate New York. And that's when we met.
Even before
Wait, before that. You're telling the short. My brains will shut off. You tell me.
Yeah, Nick and I were up for the same part.
Yeah.
In this pilot project called Down the Shore.
That's right.
And then we met and we hit it off. I'm like, this guy's great. He made me laugh without saying a word. He did this scene with a donut. Didn't even say a word, and I was like, dude, this guy, he is talented. He's great. So I just wanted to work with Nick as much as possible. So I had him on that film, and then we kind of knew each other, and so it worked out really good that we were really comfortable because we had to be. I mean, we spent that was a lot. That was the most dialogue I had to remember too. It was like I was in every freaking scene. There's not a scene without Nick in it. So I'm like, Nick, damn, that is a lot. But we trust each other, and I was very grateful to be able to play a version of an alternate universe version of Nick. It was awesome.
Find me in there. Get another version.
You can say it, the skinnier, better looking one. All right.
I appreciate that. I do.
That's why I put him in the movie. I stayed behind the camera. And he's like 10 years older than me.
I appreciate that.
Oh, break, yeah, wait a minute.
So besides obvious reasons, what was your inspiration for all your characters?
My inspiration?
And creating each character?
Well, it was like, it was kind of like a thing. I have this, I might have said this, you might have heard the story online or on interviews I've done. I have a script that's called The North End of Providence. And it's a true story of my childhood based in 1985. It's called The North End of Providence. And it's a big movie. It's like 30 characters. It's set in the 80s, so I need a huge budget. So I said I cannot make this movie. I don't have the money. So I decided I want to write this other movie. And I just wrote this fictional tale of the character of Nick that wrote that movie that I want to do. So that's how it basically came about. That's how, and I said, well, you know, I'll come up with this mob guy character, one of the last meeting wise guys around. And that's what I wrote it. The first draft I probably wrote within 2 months. That's how I came up with it.
Thank you.
Side, question about the movie trailer. With choosing the music for the trailer, or any of the music in the movie, does it have to be, never mind credited, but
yeah,
permission? How do you go about getting?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked about the music. Where's the guys? Stand up, guys. Where's the guys that did the music? They're here. Like one of them. Where's everybody else? You know what? You know, man. They're like real guys in bands, man. As soon as it gets over, they leave.
I lost the bet. So.
Well, it's all the music's original. It's all guys from Rhode Island. I approached Andy, him and John Gonzalez. John I went to high school with. These guys are unbelievable. And I said, I'm looking for somebody to do some music from the soundtrack. And they were like, yeah, we want to do it. We never did one before. We'll do it. So they jumped right in and so dedicated to it. The trailer was done, actually, if you guys seen the trailer, that was my son Santino. He did the editing for the trailer. And trailer number 2 was by playing Sean Garrity, his music. His song was used for the trailer. He's another local guy. And then the last song we just heard in the credits, that's actually Katrina, that played Rebecca. That's her. She's a Berkeley student. She graduated from Berkeley in May. That's her song. And she allowed me to use as long as I got permission to use it. And we did, just did like a little paper signing that they gave me permission. And that's it. But great job. You're giving it the music guys. They did the whole soundtrack. I Anyway.
Right up here.
Yeah.
Nick, really love the movie. I really like where you're going with kind of conveying, like, you know, what's a traditional story becoming really modern, you know, like a very grandiose tale. Like, we all love Italian American movies of the past. And how, like, you're able to kind of make it grandiose on such a small scale. I really like your style. I just wanted to ask you, like, where do you think you're going as a director? Are you going to be genre-oriented? Where are your stories, and where is, like, this scope of the world going to take your style? Like, because I really love this movie for what it looks like in every aspect.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, well, my biggest inspiration is Ed Burns. I don't know if you watch Ed Burns movies. He's very low budget. Well, for low budget for him, it's $1 million, but that's like a low budget independent film that he writes, he directs, and he's in. I love acting. My first love is acting, but I just wanted to take this chance to direct and do this movie, and just to see what it feels like to be a director only. And I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I think I'll do more, but I think I'll do more with me in the movie too as well. I want to be back in front acting, because watching these guys, I was like so jealous. And as a director, I'm like, oh, this is great. But then I'm like, shit, I want to be in the movie. But I think I like that genre. I'm sticking with the best writers write what they know. If I start writing science fiction, it's not going to be that great, you know. And it's gonna be not my style. But yeah, my goal is to get this. I submitted to a lot of festivals. I'm going to try to get it streaming. I want the right person to see it and say, hey, you made that movie with that low budget of $10,000 bucks. That's all we had. $10,000, and we made this movie. I'm gonna say, I want them to say, what can you do with $500,000? I'm gonna make it all in a profit. That's what I'm gonna say. So everybody get in your pockets. If we can raise $500,000 tonight.
Right here, right here.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
Great job, I gotta say. Great movie. Good job.
Thank you.
I got a question for Nick and Richie. Was the sauce really that good? I'm curious.
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
Nick made it. I thought it was like, when I didn't eat it. The problem was it was like 2 days old and it had been sitting in if you don't see it when you watch the movie again, I'm just twirling and twirling and twirling. I never put it on.
I just asked one question. Am I gonna get sick? I didn't even tell you no.
You were dipping the bread in the sauce. Yeah, that was like 3 a.m. that shot.
Oh my God.
The last shot, that was like the last shot, right? I think it was the last shot of the movie. Yeah, I think it was a John sauce, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it was a John sauce.
It might have been, I can't remember.
Wow, not like their moms then.
I made the pasta, but I bought the pasta. I know that.
That's on free.
Oh, what's that with me, kid? It's sauce, shut up. Go to the locker, it says sauce on the freaking labels. Gravy's brown. Your mama looks. All the greedy people are gonna walk out. Everybody's offended these days. Yeah. Any other questions? There you go. But yeah.
Given you guys only had 7 stadiums, did you have ever have a or you or should never saw it or did you just have one camera and you were moving it around?
We just had one camera. It was a Magic 8 we had, and Colin did a great job. He's not here. He's filming in Connecticut right now, Colin, and he works on a lot of real movie set, Hollywood film sets in Boston, and he always like a second cameraman or he's a grip, and he's filmed a lot of short films. Charles Street was also his first feature film that he filmed. So this is like a first for all of us. My first feature that I wrote, directed, the first feature the producers produced, the first feature that the cinematographer filmed. So it was a special time for us. And I think this was the first feature you were lead in, right? First feature film, yeah. So so it was a first for all of us. Gentlemen with the beard.
This is a new process for you, right? With creating this film.
Directing, yeah.
What part of the process surprised you the most that wasn't exactly like what you pictured?
Oh, good question.
Say it again?
What part of this process, looking back on it, you go, wow, that was much different than I pictured, or it's going to be harder, or whatever.
It was, I don't know, I can't, because I've done like a lot of short films, and I've directed a lot of plays, so I was familiar with the directing part of it. But the feature, it was more like the crew, like they really surprised how amazing they were, and how like, we're ready to set the scene, and I'm like just waiting around. They're all looking at me like, dude, you gotta yell action. I'm like, oh. I'm like, I was so intense with like setting everything up, and I would just wait. I'm like, what's going on? Then you gotta call action. Oh, I'm in charge. Oh, all right. So that was the most surprising. I was actually in charge.
Tell me about that scene though. The scene where the kiss happens.
Yeah.
That was not supposed to be like that. Right?
Oh, the scene. Oh, the action. Yeah. You have to really, when you're on the run like that for 7 days, and that's all you have. We were at the bar at Public Park, and we go there early in the morning. He let us in, and we had to film. We had to be out there by 3. There were 2 more scenes that we needed to do in the bar. So that seems kind of long when he walks her out to her car. That is actually 2 scenes in one that we had to combine. I said we had no more time to film in the bar. And it actually worked out better because it gave us a different location to do another scene. And so I said, you know what? All that matters in these 2 scenes that we can't film in the bar is the dialogue. So let's put these 2 scenes together, and we're going to do you walking her from the door of the bar to her car. And that's what became the scene. And it's like you have to think really fast. So we were like, all right, let's just wait a couple hours, let it get dark. We'll go have a dinner break, and we'll come back and do the scene. And it ended up just being you 2, me, Yayo doing the boom, and one guy holding a light. Yeah. While we were walking with the camera. That's it. Everybody was gone. Like that was, I don't know what time that was. It was later on at night.
Yeah, maybe 10.
Yeah. So that's what you gotta really think quick on your feet. I think being a director, about 95% of your job is solving problems. That's basically it.
Yep.
No, the outside shots, like some of the neighbors and stuff. Yeah, and the Charles Street was a pain in the ass to film on. Because the traffic was like crazy. People like coming flying by beeping. We had that one guy at Jimmy's, some Spanish dude yelling at us through a whole tape. That guy, he wanted to be a boxer in the movie. He's like, hey man, I'm getting a movie, man. I was like, it's not a boxing movie. I'll call you when I do another movie, all right? I'm the guy with the saw. Oh yeah, outside the house with the FBI agent, there was a guy that day. It was like sawing wood in his backyard, and the woman Susan, she's not here, that has the house. She had to go over there and tell him to stop for 20 minutes, and I think he stopped for 15 minutes. It was tough. Like those were the hardest parts. But yeah.
So in this last scene with Rebecca in the house on the stairs, that house is on Douglas Ave, right?
Yeah.
Douglas Ave, near the apartments. Did you do the scene outside and inside that?
Yes.
Oh, you did.
Yeah. You recognize it?
I did.
Okay.
That was a Charles Street.
No, that was a Charles Street. Like I said, people, movie magic. Movie magic. You go to where it's cheap or free.
So congratulations to this ensemble, and I really felt a lot of your warmth and you and Nick in them collectively. I was really anticipating everybody's scene, one after another, what's going to happen with him, what's going to happen with her. But I think the star of the show has to be mentioned, and that's Richie's leather jacket. That was fun. That was the fun. You look so good. No,
It's the jacket.
It's the jacket. No.
Yeah, that jacket's featured in Sopranos, Don Brasco. But I've actually made I made like a thing with all the movies, and I put his picture in there. I said, once the movie's out, I'm gonna put this out. People get a kick. It says, who wore it best?
And Are these characters going to continue and be featured in North End? I know that's a delicate question.
Well, North
but-
End is like a prequel. That's set in '85.
Oh, yeah.
So the guy he was talking about, Dante,
Yeah.
he's like in the opening scene of that movie. There's other characters that we mentioned. They're in, like my Uncle Nino, stuff like that. Those are real people. Like that's the real story.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? We just got about 5 more minutes, maybe. Yeah, we got like 5 minutes because we're gonna clear out of here by 3.
Can we hear the guy at the end say something?
Who? Give your real voice.
I'm holding up the wall, sir, man. Making sure it's okay. Thank you.
Right
And Paula Chelsea Kilo Waldring in Starbucks in soup. And guys, they of it.
Thank you. You said we nailed it. Anyone else? Double more? Right?
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to do a ticket dump right there.
Are you saying I write well for women? Thank you so much. Yeah.
But I just wanted to hear what the best part about Beatles was for them and what was the surprise or hard.
All the stuff I have. This part.
Oh, since I'm a female, okay. Yeah, my favorite part was the scene when Nick comes to eat and I ask him a question, just a nonchalant thing, and he freaks out. And then all of a sudden my husband goes to have a heart attack and I'm trying to revive him and slap my brother. It was just like so much fun, I enjoyed it. You get to, and we all had authentic accents, I think.
And we filmed all yours and Bob's scenes all on the first day.
All on the first day. We just got there, started shooting, and about 9 o'clock at night we were done, and it came out really well. Very good.
I love the chemistry of the crew. I thought everyone worked really well together, but my favorite part, and I told my family, was the last scene that we filmed together. I looked over and Nick was all teared up, and he was so excited about his work and the way it turned out, and I had never seen a director do that before, and I got nervous. I was like, "Are you okay?" But he was just really excited about the film, and we're really happy to work with him. He's a big one.
Thank you. I got a motion. You want everybody with their favorite bottles? Is that what you're asking? Oh yeah, everybody. What's your favorite part?
I enjoy them all, but watching it, I actually like that barroom scene. I get to, I usually get to play more of dramatic roles, and I felt that was my first comedy scene, so I really enjoyed doing that part.
So, none of Adam's dialogue was written. Nick says just make it up on the spot. If no one could speak like I would speak. I think the best part of it was Nick is the kind of director that gives you the freedom in the moment to create your own. Once you understand the scene as an actor and you trust your co-star in the movie, you're able to improv. So some of the stuff that got the laugh, like for example, remember the how I treat you is not good. The way I want it to be is gooder. That's not in the. I just thought of that, and it's wrong. And he allowed that to put it in the movie. So I think, and then when it works, it works. So I think the best part was having Nick as a director, because he gives you the freedom to, if something is good, you go with it. Make it gooder. Make it gooder. I have to agree with Jerry Ann. I was in that scene with her. The one she was referring to was the one
when we're all in suits and we catch him and he's at the table eating at the bakery. That was the scene that was our last scene. And yeah, Nick was so emotional and that was so nice to see. But it was a heck of an experience. And I agree, the crew and the way everybody worked together was really something.
Yeah, I just enjoyed the whole experience. I enjoyed my 3 episodes, just being a part of it. I thought, Nick did a great job of developing the characters. I thought the cast was tremendous. And we had a great crew. I mean, the sound guys, the camera guys, everyone was just toned in and did a great job. And, Nick has all these different talents. And I read the script and I said, I'd be involved. And one thing I didn't know was how well he can organize things. When he put this schedule together, the different scenes each day, it was amazing. And we pretty much stayed on schedule. I mean, we got to look a little bit there, but it was just incredible how he had everything so put together. And then he's done a great job with the post-production and getting the word out for the big crowd we had here today. Yeah, there's so many great scenes. Probably my favorite scene, that wasn't in, was when Cindy is talking to Nick. And Nick says, I've been away a few years. And she goes, oh, prison?
And there's so many great memories. It was, free food from Borelli's Bakery was amazing. But I think staying in Providence and like living here for a little while and just every day waking up and going to set with people who were like dedicated and enthusiastic about making this film against the odds, because that's what you do. You make films against the odds. You're not supposed to be able to do this stuff, especially from $10,000. And so everybody was punching above their weight class, and it was just like I was inspired by every single person I was working with, and it felt so good at the beginning and at the end of the 12-hour day. So I'm just so thankful to have been able to work with everybody, and that Nick added me to this cast, because it's been an amazing experience. So it was every scene for me really well.
My favorite scene is probably the one that was in. Not because of that, though. Not because of that, but it's Nick gave me a chance. This was my first time ever being a part of anything film related. But I really liked being in the scene, watching Sammy give his lines too. And like there was one point I'm just like watching, and it's like my line. I'm like, oh shit, it's my time. And I was like paying attention, trying to learn from everybody. And then Shai, Sal, Joe watching. He's communicating in that scene without even talking. It's just all facial expressions, and then Emilio's still that character as well, portraying, conveying his message through it. So I really like that scene all for different reasons. But yeah, it was just really great to be a part of this, and I really want to thank Nick for giving me the opportunity to take a chance on me. It was my first time, so it was a lot of fun. Learned a lot, knew a lot from everybody, so it was cool.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, a lot of the lines I wanted to do, but Nick told me not to talk. So I had to just do it.
Keep it short. Keep it short.
Yeah, it's all. No, I like a lot of the scenes, and not that we're kissing ass here, but I like right away when you said you want to do another tech, that was funny. But there was actually a lot of jokes, the dream sequence, all that. There was a lot of good moments in the movie.
You just like the food on set.
I was going to say we took that too, Vittori's.
But totally, we donated like a bunch of pizza stores one day. The Vittori's, man. Oh, they were incredible. On Roll Square, they gave us like 25 pizzas and desserts. It was crazy. They all went to a coma after that. You guys weren't there that day. But thank you so much, everybody. Let your friends, let your families know July 20th and August 17th at the Camp Theater. I'm hosting that crazy. Follow me.